Martin Luther, considered by many to be the father of the Protestant Reformation, also changed the way the world read the Bible. Legend has it that Luther nailed a document containing 95 theses, a list of questions and propositions for debate, to the door of Castle Church in Wittenberg, Germany, on October 31st, 1517. Luther's 95 theses were not a sweeping criticism of the Roman Catholic Church, but a direct response to the sale of indulgences. People bought indulgences as substitutions for acts of penitence when they sinned. Luther was concerned that indulgences and the way they were sold could mislead people. He explained his disagreement with this practice based on his beliefs about church tradition and interpretation of the Bible. The 95 Theses were originally written in Latin, but they were soon translated into German, copied and printed, and spread across the Holy Roman Empire. Luther wrote sermons and pamphlets, becoming increasingly critical of church practices and teaching. He eventually was excommunicated in 1520 after he refused to recant his beliefs and writings. Luther and his followers were also declared political outlaws by the Holy Roman Emperor. Luther hid at Wartburg Castle for a year to avoid arrest and grew a beard to disguise himself as a knight. While at the castle, Luther translated the New Testament into German in about 10 weeks. Previous German translations were based on the Latin Vulgate, but Luther used Greek sources in his work. Luther's German translation of the New Testament signaled a monumental shift in Christianity. Since the late 2nd century, the Bible had been read and taught in Latin across Western Europe. The clergy were not all well trained in Latin, and most people could not read it. With Luther's German translation, the Bible was in the hands of ordinary people in everyday speech. The Roman Catholic Church asserted that the Latin Vulgate was the authentic and authoritative Bible. Church officials were very concerned that untrained and unlearned lay people were interpreting the Bible for themselves. They believed individual interpretation could undermine church authority and potentially allow heresy and false teaching to lead people astray. Some of their fears were realized when Luther's movement caused a separation in the church. The Protestant movement grew out of this split in the church. Disagreements over biblical interpretation and other issues later caused divisions within the Protestant movement as well. Because of Luther's translation, the Bible was now read by a wider range of people, including German lay people. In 1534, Luther, with assistance from others, completed the translation of the Old Testament into German. When Luther died 12 years later, it is estimated that over 500,000 copies of the complete Luther Bible were in circulation. The translation of the Bible from Greek and Hebrew into the everyday speech of the common person became a hallmark of the Protestant Reformation. The Bible was soon translated into Spanish, French, English, and other languages. Luther left a complicated and controversial legacy, but he is one of the most significant figures in Western Christianity. From Wittenberg monk to Wartburg translator, Luther changed how the world read the Bible.